প্রিয় দর্শক, আসসালামু আলাইকুম। কোর ভিশন ফাউন্ডেশনের উদ্যোক্তা উন্নয়ন কার্যক্রম ভিশন ফর সাকসেসে স্বাগতম। দর্শক, আমরা সবাই চাই সফলতা, কিন্তু সফলতার জন্য কি প্রস্তুতি প্রয়োজন? সফলতার কোনো শর্টকাট পথ আছে কি? উদ্যোক্তা সৃষ্টির মাধ্যমে ক্ষমতায়ন এই ভিশনের আলোকে স্বনির্ভর কমিউনিটি সৃষ্টির লক্ষ্যে ভিশন, প্রস্তুতি, সফলতা এইসব নিয়েই কোর ভিশন ফাউন্ডেশনের আয়োজন ভিশন ফর সাকসেস। আমাদের আজকের অতিথি পাবলিক অ্যাডভোকেট Leticia James. How are you?
Thank you so much.
Leticia James is the public advocate for the city of New York, the first woman of color to hold the second highest ranking elected office in New York City. She serves as a direct link between New Yorkers and government, acts as a watchdog over the city agencies, and investigates complaints about the city services. Public Advocate James is a strong advocate for criminal justice reform. She has been working to protect tenants and affordable housing and introduce legislation into the City Council to protect the tenants. Leticia James is a lawyer and served as a City Council member from 2004 to 2013. She also served as an Assistant Attorney General and a public defender. She is a graduate of CUNY Lehman College and Howard University Law School. I think I have introduced correctly.
Yes.
I'm sorry, we have to make it a bit brief because we'll discuss other things.
That's good.
So my first question about you are a lawyer.
Yes.
So you are practicing. Why didn't you take law profession as a profession? Why did you choose politics as it?
So I wasn't an attorney. I was a public defender. I was an assistant attorney general. So I practiced law, and I took that experience and I brought it into the office of public advocate, and it helps me. It helps me understand the laws, interprets the law, determine the constitutionality of the law, and determines it allows me to determine the rights and responsibilities of government and of all New Yorkers.
So it was your vision, or is by accident you became?
It was my vision to become a public servant, either through public interest law or in government.
So how did you prepare yourself?
I prepared myself because I went to a public interest law school, because I worked for a number of politicians in the city of New York, and that prepared me for my position today.
So you are the first woman in this position, as well as the woman of color, okay?
No, there was another woman before me, Betsy Gottbaum.
Okay.
But I am the first woman of color to be elected citywide, and the first woman of color elected as public advocate.
How do you feel?
It means nothing. The question is, what do you do with it? Do you make a difference for others?
So last 4 years, what differences you have made?
We've made a lot of difference. In the last few weeks, we passed a law to provide, to ban individuals from asking about your previous salary. It was a way of getting at income inequality, particularly for women. Women on average make less than their male counterparts, and women of color make less than their white counterparts. And so what we wanted to do was raise incomes, particularly for women, because too many women are living in poverty. Two, we were instrumental in urging the City Council and the Mayor of the City of New York to provide free lunch for all public school children in the public school system. And that's important. We need to get more halal food, and we need to make sure that we have kosher food in our public school system so that we can serve the interest of all children in the city of New York.
So halal food, our students, our kids are going to get this soon.
We are working with the administration, again, to provide halal and kosher food in the public school system.
So what challenges you have faced to become a public servant, particularly for this public, to be elected as a public advocate?
So as an attorney, what I wanted to do was push the envelope. And what I wanted to do was be in a position to not only bring complaints against the administration and try to resolve it. What I wanted to use was the power of the law. And so I wanted to initiate litigation against the city of New York to make sure that they were living up to their responsibilities and complying with the law. And we've had limited success in that regards. And what we plan on doing going forward is making sure that we could further refine the law that would provide that the Office of Public Advocate has the right to initiate litigation in the city of New York. We believe they do, but it needs to be clear.
So you're working for criminal justice reform. Have you done anything for last 4 years?
So as you know, we were seeking to obtain the grand jury minutes in the case of Eric Garner. He was the young man who unfortunately lost his life as a result of an illegal chokehold. And so we went into court on Staten Island to see whether or not we can get the grand jury minutes because the officer who was involved was not indicted. And what we saw on the video would suggest that there was some violation of the law. And we were unsuccessful in doing that. And part of it is because the grand jury system is secret. And we believe that there should be more accountability, and we believe that there should be more transparency. It's an antiquated system, and it needs to be reformed. And that's part of our effort to reform the criminal justice system.
So have you taken any initiative for that?
What we will be doing is we will be working with the state legislature, and we will be working with the Speaker of the State Assembly, who also believes in grand jury reform.
Yeah. About the, you are as a watchdog of for the city dwellers, and you're watching the different city agencies.
Correct.
How you do that? How?
So we provide oversight over city agencies. What we do is we issue reports, we investigate, we communicate with the mayor of the city of New York, his administration. We try to resolve those complaints, and if all fails, we attempt to bring litigation. We also try to resolve complaints on behalf of constituents. As of today, we have resolved over 20,000 complaints from individuals who walk in who believe that they have nowhere else to turn. It's really critically important that the Office of Public Advocate be empowered to represent the interest of New Yorkers and in a wide range, on a wide number of fronts, and that includes litigation, legislation, and through negotiation.
So in NYPD also you are doing some reform. You're working for.
We worked with the administration as well as the police commissioner to implement body cameras, and so now there is a pilot program where police officers are wearing body-worn cameras to capture street interactions, so that they could have, so that all of us can have an objective viewing of street encounters with NYPD. It will go a long way in vindicating police who are innocent, and it will go a long way, again, in vindicating innocent individuals who, again, claim that they were victimized as a result of police abuse.
So you are talking only NYPD, but what about
Correct.
other agencies?
So right now, our jurisdiction is over the city of New York.
So other agencies is still, who is actually working? Is there anybody working for other agencies?
So state agencies have an attorney general, and the federal government has their own, the Justice Department as well.
Okay. About the the legislation you're proposing about you made a worst landlords list.
Yes.
How it functions?
So there are a number of landlords and a number of buildings in the city of New York. The buildings are owned by landlords, and the buildings have a significant number of violations. And these violations are very serious offenses, and these are violations related to safety and related to the structural integrity of the building, and violations that really focus on the maintenance of the building. And so what we do is we list the 10 worst buildings and their owners. And we are urging that these landlords fix their buildings, fix these very, very serious violations. Again, violations which are primarily related to the maintenance of the building and the safety of the building.
So we are also we observed like increasing rent or fixing rent of any apartment. There is also is there any control? A public advocate is working on that part.
So we have been working with the administration, one, to make sure that rent control and rent stabilized tenants are protected and that they have their rights. Two, we are working with the administration with regards to identifying more affordable housing in the city of New York and making sure that New Yorkers are eligible for the affordable housing. We are engaging in financial literacy, and we are working with the administration to ensure that individuals who are selected for the affordable housing units are not dismissed or rejected simply because of bad credit. We believe that individuals should be eligible for these affordable housing based on a wide range of criteria, as opposed to just one single score.
So about the credit, because I've been working with the credit system, so I'm sure you're aware about that. There is a like collection agent is like humiliating people for collecting and other things. Do you have any plan about to do something about that?
So yeah, there are a number of collection agencies which basically engage in illegal tactics. They threaten individuals, they dun their paychecks, and we will be working with the state legislature. We hope to be working with the state legislature to address this. We are also hoping to work with the Department of Consumer Affairs to crack down on these companies that engage in practices that are illegal. The practices are illegal, and we need to work with the Commissioner of Consumer Affairs to crack down on these businesses.
Okay, we'll be continuing this discussion. We'll take a break.
Thank you.
Viewers, we'll take a short break. We'll come back soon. Stay with us.